The following is a Victoria's Secret transformation. This is my friend Leah. And if you want to see what I did in order to get the hair and makeup, please keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to freshen her face first. I'm going to spritz her face, and then I'm going to do this Vanity cream moisturizer, and I'm going to do it all over her face and neck. There you go. Then this is Peter Roth, and I'm going to counteract the redness that she has. She feels, but I think her face is beautiful. So this has a green hue to it, so it's going to counteract the redness. And is a you can put this before your foundation. It's kind of like a primer. That's kind of what I'm doing. And this is Cogen Dough Foundation. I got a sample, so I decided to try it and see if I liked it. I'm gonna put, this is very light, it's very watery, and I didn't want to put anything that was too heavy on her. I wanted something super light. And this is a Cover FX brush, which is like a very tight brush. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm doing, like I said, small layers, and this is very, very watery. Her skin is beautiful, so she doesn't need a lot of layers. So I decided just to, like I said, use this one. Do her chin, her neck, and I'm doing a second layer in the middle part of it, her T-zone. And again, it's so light that you can do a few layers because it's super light. And blend, blend, blend. And again, this is Cover FX brush. I love this. Is one of my favorite brushes for foundation. And usually every time I do a foundation, I do brush, and then I use a sponge, beauty blender, whatever you have. I just feel like that second part, it takes away any of the oiliness, or it just puts everything together. So that's kind of what I'm doing there. This is from Vizart, and this is a color corrector, and I'm color correcting any little part of redness that she has there on her chin. And just those little areas. This is perfect for just making sure you have the right color. I'm gonna do her eyebrows. Her eyebrows are amazing. She has a thick, beautiful eyebrows. And I felt like the beginning of it needed a little bit. So I'm just kind of certain areas I'm filling in. And this is from Benefit. And like I said, I'm just going on the inner part and just looking at certain areas that I feel like she needed a little more. And I'm using my left hand, as you can see, I'm just bringing her eye a little higher. But her eyebrows are just beautiful. And now I'm gonna clean it up, as I call it, and I'm gonna adjust the areas that needs to have a little more of a edge to the eyebrow definition. That's kind of what I'm doing there. I'm giving it a little more definition to it. And now this is from Benefit, and this is a 24-hour setter. This is a gel. This is literally like glue. Like this, you can have your eyebrows going all day. Her eyebrows, as you can see, they're so long. I have to like brush them and then kind of brush them to the side. Doing the other one. I'm doing the same thing. And now this is Lemonade from Benefit. And I just wanted a little bit more underneath her eyes, even though she doesn't need it. This gives you a little bit of like a correction underneath the eyes, and before you put your concealer. And you see the difference. And I'm using Vizart again, and I just decided the nose I needed a little bit of from the redness. So I'm kind of color correcting there. And again, I'm using this sponge. Like I said, in between anything I'm doing, I use a brush and a sponge. And this is Milk Makeup, and this is a bronzer. And I'm doing her cheeks, her jaw, She has an amazing jaw, so, and then her nose. So I'm kind of contour all the areas that I think needs to be contouring in her forehead, her temples. Okay, and also I'm gonna do her lips, just to give you that pouty look, and on the bridge of her nose. Again, that's kind of what it looks like. I told her just to look at the side so people could see what it looks like, and that's what I do to contour. This is from Clarisonic. This is my favorite brush when it comes to contouring or bronzing, because the sonic part of it gives you like a perfect, to me is better than anything than a brush or a beauty blender. It gives you that perfect, it diffuses a color like really, really good. You can see. And I'm gonna do her lips. I forgot to do that. Forgot the nose, so doing the nose, and that's what it looks like compared to the other side. And again, I go with a brush, with a sponge after that, just making sure things are even. So it's just step by step, and this is Born This Way, and this is, I love this one. So I'm gonna put it underneath the eyes. Bridge of her nose. By her smile lines. And again, with a sponge, I'm just gonna mix it. I could have used a brush before doing anything, but I just decided to do it with a sponge by itself to take away a lot of the product. I didn't want to, for her to have too many. Okay, so this here is, if you feel like your bronzer or contouring is too low, use the same sponge in order to bring it higher. And now I'm gonna set everything. So this is from Rihanna, this is a Fenty, and this is a translucent powder. So I'm doing her eyes again, and then I decided to do RCMA, and I'm doing a little bit of baking, not too much. And this is from Refer brush, and I'm just kind of taking everything. That's something that I got from Natasha Denona. It was a sample, and I'm using that as a transition color. And I'm just doing that all over her eyes. This is Pat McGrath. This is one of my favorite palettes, and I'm using that one. It was just like the lighter color. And I'm just putting that all over my eyes. And what I do is I usually put the color and then use another brush to diffuse it. This is again, and I'm gonna pack the outer V a little more with the same color. So it's gonna be color on top of color, but then diffusing the color, which is what I'm doing there, and then use another brush to diffuse it. Again, now I'm gonna use the darker color, which is that dark brown right there, and again I'm gonna do the outer V, and I'm just making sure it's diffused. Again, using a smaller brush to intensify even more, and I'm doing the other side, just intensifying the outer V. Again, I'm using another brush just to diffuse the color. And I'm cleaning a little bit of the fallout that I had at the bottom. So, and then I'm using that color, which is a shimmer, and it's just beautiful. This is a bronze palette, and I'm putting that all over the lid. And again, I'm cleaning up. And again, I decided to put that lighter one in the ball of her eye. It's just beautiful. With the finger, it gives you more a payoff. So it's kind of what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna do her brow bone, and I decided to even make it even lighter. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And this is the Scott Barnes brush. And I'm using another brush just to intensify the line of her eye with the darker color. I didn't put an eyeliner, a liquid liner. I wanted to be more using the same eyeshadow, and it came out perfect. This is a NARS, and I'm gonna contour her cheeks. That's kind of what I'm doing there. Temples. Her cheek again. The other side. And just do it softly. And I'm gonna contour with the same brush. I'm just press it in the middle just to do her nose. That's kind of what I'm doing there. And her jaw. The temples. And again, I wanted to chisel her cheekbones, her cheeks, so I'm using the powder. You know, if I felt like it was going too low, I just want to bring that back. And again, because of doing the eyeshadow, I had to do a little bit at the bottom of her eye with a concealer, and I'm kind of cleaning up right there again with a small sponge, and you see what it is. And I'm going to do a little bit of baking by her nose, and this is from what do you call it, Patrick Ta, and I'm going to use both. And this is the ones, the blushes where you put the powder first, and I put both. One is peach and one is pink, so I decided to put both. So that's what you see there. And you put the powder first, doing her temples, a little bit on her nose, and then I'm cleaning up all the baking that I had on the side and also on the nose. And the next step that I'm gonna do is going to be I'm putting a little more of the blush on her temples. So like I said, I decided to put both. Her chin. Okay, now I'm gonna use a cream, and this is, like I said, is from Patrick Ta, and I'm gonna use both creams to give it that peachy pink look. So that's what I'm doing, and that's, you see the difference with the second blush, with the cream blush. Put a little bit on her nose, and again, just blend. And this is another one. This is the Pinkgasm from Charlotte Tilbury. This is another one, beautiful one. And I'm doing that. But this one, you just have to put a little bit of it. I put a lot of different colors when it comes to highlighters and blushes. It's just a mixture of different things. And again, I'm going with a sponge. And this is from Scott Barnes, and I'm gonna put a little bit on her nose for highlighting in the bridge of her nose. These are so powerful. You just put a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way. Her chin, Cupid's bow, her temples. I like using my fingers, so I said I use my fingers sometimes, and it just, I don't know, she's just looking beautiful. So now to tie everything, I'm going to do the bottom of her eyes, and I'm going to mimic everything that I did on top. I'm going to do it at the bottom, so that's kind of what I'm doing. And it's just coming out good. I'm using the same colors that I use on top, I'm going to use at the bottom. And that's a darker color. And I'm tying in the topper part with the top with the bottom. And again, I'm using fluffy brush. Okay, here I have the rollers that I have. These are hot rollers. Her hair is super straight, so we were so happy that we were able to, it wasn't too curly. I didn't want it to be too curly, so I'm spritzing a little bit of setting spray. And we're very, very happy that it was kind of what we wanted. And it's just looking like she's so we were so excited because it came out so good. Her hair is super straight. And we wanted a little bit of a volume. But yeah. And here I'm doing her lips. And this is from Hourglass. This is the one where you have the lip liner on one side and the brush on the other side. The panoramic lip liners. And she wanted more like a muted color. Something like she didn't want anything pink, so this is a very like neutral color. And when her green eyes is just amazing. Here I'm cleaning up a little bit on her lip with a lip brush and a little bit of concealer. And again, I'm just cleaning up her lip. And this is from Fenty, and this is a lip gloss that has I forgot the name of it. It has no color. And I'm just that with the lip liner. It is amazing. And I'm doing it on the outer part of her lip to give it like a pouty look. That's kind of what I'm doing there. And doing the bottom part of it. And then I'm putting a little bit of hairspray, and this is the Amica. And I'm just fluffing her hair a little bit. We didn't want to do too much. I didn't want it too curly. I didn't want it too... You know, she's not used to curly hair. Her hair is straight, but I wanted volume, so that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm putting some of her roots, and then I'm teasing a little bit of it to give it volume. But she is just a beautiful girl. She's beautiful. I mean, like... And again, put a little more. And that's kind of what I have. A little more on her roots. On the other side. And that's what we have so far, guys. Leah came out amazing. I mean, look at the makeup. Look at her eyes. Look at her eyebrows. Her lips. She is glowing. She's looking so pretty. And like you see... I didn't do the, she did her own mascara we used Lancome Monsieur Waterproof. Also, in order to curl her lashes, we used the Surratt eyelash curler. That's one of my favorite ones. And again, we did her eyelashes with Lancome Monsieur off camera because she did it herself, so that way we knew that she liked it. Look at her pictures. I just took a few so you can see how beautiful she is. I mean, she is looking like a supermodel. I mean, look at her eyes. And here she is again. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope that y'all liked it. Thank you, Leah, for coming to my house so I can do this for you.